Welcome to the 20-Minute Gamer channel, everybody. We're doing a stream today of the Gamescom Day 2. It's going to be a little more cut down. We only have about 20 or 30 minutes worth of footage. These are just games that caught our eye, things that we're interested in. So we're going to go ahead and open up with the first game that caught our eye is a game called Forspoken. Then we're going to jump into a title called Moonbreaker. Then we're going to jump into some Darktide footage that was released, some more gameplay footage. And then lastly, one of my bread and butters is Alien Fireteam Elite Pathogen, the last trailer. So, as always with me, I've got Lionel Johnson of the Dark Angels, and I do have our Discord linked as well. So if anyone wants to jump in and kind of watch the stream with us also, we should be able to take care of that too. Lion, is there anything that you want to share with us?
Well, ain't got much going on, so why don't we hinge into the go-go, baby?
Yeah, beautiful. I am...
OBS is still visible.
Daydreamer, cat lover, New Yorker. On a fateful evening, her life changed drastically when she was mysteriously transported to the beautiful, treacherous land of Athia.
Whoa.
Frey arrives with a magical, sentient bracelet inexplicably wrapped around her arm.
Oh, hello, yes.
Then discovers she can cast powerful spells and use magic to swiftly traverse the sprawling landscapes.
I'm a huge fan of any sort of mage gameplay, so this is why it really caught my eye personally.
Once benevolent matriarchs who now rule as maddened and evil sorceresses. Reluctant to help, but desperate to find a way back home, Frey sets off on a journey through this strange and dangerous land. The only safe haven in Athia is Sepal, where refugees have gathered to escape the mysterious corrupting force of the Break. Some of Athia's inhabitants will have quests to give or information to share. Others are willing to trade for valuable goods. And Frey may even find a small friend to act as a guide. At this point in Frey's journey,
kind of a fox mechanic from Ghost of Tsushima.
Finding a rare piece of Advaha ore. In the right hand,
I never got a chance to play Ghosts.
To be most useful.
Oh, you're lost, dude.
You've seen this stuff before?
I've made armor out
Ghost
of
got
it.
fucking
For
robbed.
Tyler, no less.
Whoa, you made that armor? Does that mean you can do something cool with this stuff?
I could, but I'd need the right tools.
This
Where can
looks
I
really
find
good
those?
though.
In Prenost,
Huh?
Yes.
What, aren't there any in town?
I'll draw you a map and give you the key. You'll have to do the rest yourself. If you can bring them back, and that's a big if, I'll make you something with that ore of yours.
Outside the safety of Sepal, the only life Frey will encounter are corrupted enemies looking to rip her limb from limb. Frey's combat spells make quick work of low-level enemies. And her magic-enhanced parkour abilities turn this inhospitable land into her personal playground.
So movement looks really fluid and fun.
Treasure chests dot the landscapes and contain items used for crafting or trading with vendors back in Sepal. Mana is earned by leveling up.
Yeah, it's definitely got, the environment is gorgeous.
Collecting enough mana allows Frey to unlock new spells. With the help of her golden
towers.
companion Cuff, Frey can scan belfries to reveal nearby points of interest before continuing her journey.
Bit dated
This is
on
the place
that,
on Joe
aren't
Healy's
we,
map,
Square
isn't it?
Enix?
Are you planning on retrieving her smithing gear?
Might as well while we're here. Besides, I want to know more about Scylla, and Johidi knew her.
Combat looks pretty cool though.
Right?
It does have a small like Black Desert Online feel to it, kind of like an Elden Ring almost.
Well, as
It
ever,
feels a little bit
seems
better
we
than
have a
Elden
few
Ring.
Things to attend to first.
The combat
Yeah,
looks
it looks
really
that way.
fluid
Let's
for
break some
a
heads.
mage.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, look at that. Ugh.
This is definitely your bread and butter. You love sorcery play.
Yep. Yep, this is like a wet dream for me for sorcery. So, I mean, look at that. You're just a badass battle wizard, man. Like, not enough games give you this just like surreal. Look at that. Just turn that waterfall into fucking ice. Like, goddamn, man. Like, right up my alley.
Yeah.
So cool.
Looks like
You're
this
like
is
the Avatar
place.
here.
Well, in we go.
Damn, this stuff is heavy.
The reassuring heft of Odvaha.
Yeah, but can she make a good kanji?
There is much to find in Athia, so exploring new
That's
locations
pretty
before
cool.
completing a quest is always worthwhile. A variety of rewards are waiting to be discovered or unlocked, including experience points, stat increases, bits of Athian lore, and new gear.
This thing just screams prop.
Why not try it on?
While Frey is mysteriously immune to the corrupting influence of the break, nothing else in Athia can escape its grasp. Humans are turned into savage zombies, and worse, while animals are mutated into dangerous beasts.
That was dope.
Pilgrims' refuges are hideaways located in every part of Athia, and it's always a good idea to seek them out. Here, Frey can craft healing drafts, upgrade gear, and get some much-needed rest.
Looks a lot like
Fully recharged and ready for
Horizons
the next step of her journey, Frey
UI.
travels onward into the depths of corruption in Avoilette. The effects of the break are even more unmistakable here. And while Frey may be resistant to those effects, she will undoubtedly be pushed to her limits.
This
To the
place is
absolute
insane.
limits.
Frey will encounter numerous points of interest in her travels. Many of these landmarks and locations have been corrupted or overrun with corrupted enemies, but they're always worth seeking out.
Well, this doesn't look good.
Yes, something seems to have drawn the break here. But I expect you can clear it away with your pals. Give it a try.
that's enough exploring for now. It's about time for Frey to head back to Sepal and deliver the smithing tools to Johidi.
All done?
What the hell is this?
What did you expect? A full suit of armor? You'd have needed a damn sight more ore for that.
No, it's cool, I just...
Like it or lump it, that's the last bit of smithing I'll be doing for a while.
Frey's journey will take her to the ends of this beautiful, cruel land. And in her search for a way home, she discovers something worth fighting for.
All right, so that's that. Lion, thoughts?
Now, like I said, tickles all my fancies for like, mage play and everything like that. Looks fantastic. I'm not super sure on the story. Some of it sounds a little cringe, but willing to look past that for awesome fucking combat, and that's kind of what that looks like to me. Only unfortunate thing is it is a Sony exclusive, so unless you've managed to nab your greedy little paws on a PS5, you're not going to be able to play it until Sony deems it worthy to release on PC.
No, that's a pretty good point. Unfortunately, Sony has a history of getting some really awesome exclusives, and then they hold on to them for ages, and the only time they release them is when no one wants to play them anymore. So
I don't know. They released God of War on PC and Spider-Man, and yeah, it's a little late, but they're still great games.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about the God of War series and Spider-Man. There's and for Forspoken, I think that there is something to be said about the sandbox style games. I think sandbox style games test the sands of time far easier than linear games, right?
Yeah, I'm a bit worried that there's going to be a lot of, points of interest that aren't needed just to try to pad out game time.
Sure.
Got worried as soon as I saw that there were quote unquote towers that you have to scan, and then you can see all the points of interest. So it just really seems like that's going to be, padding out everything for unnecessary reasons. There's no reason that you should have to look across the entire environment and be like, oh, there's 20 things to fucking do here. Like, how is that relevant to the overall story? Like,
yeah,
make it like the Witcher 3. Make me feel like you're validating my time going and looking at this shit.
Yeah, I'm more or less as far as my comment, I'm just kind of coming from to me and I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. I love Metal Gear. I love all the Metal Gear. I even like Metal Gear Survive, which was really controversial, right? A lot of ambiguity with that particular game, but I like Metal Gear Survive more than almost any other Metal Gear, just because it's not linear playthrough. It is a sandbox environment, and even the Grand Theft Auto 3, 4, 5, all of them are more entertaining to play in a broad sense than Metal Gear, which is a far superior game, in my opinion, but they're more entertaining to play for me just because I don't I can fuck around. I don't have to worry about, well, what's next? What do I have to do next? And a lot of linear games, unlike Forspoken, I think is going to capture a lot of people because it seems like a really good sandbox style game. So I don't know. It's just my thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely, like I said, it tickles all of my fancies. It's my wet dream for like a battle mage.
Yeah.
Everything. So I'm eager to try it out just for the combat because the combat looks fantastic.
Yeah.
The combat design in general. So is it a day one buy for me? No. Really don't trust Square. So it's definitely going to be watch for reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not pre-ordering, and it's not a day one buy unless embargo gets lifted prior and reviews are glowing from, my personal trusted sources. So,
yeah.
What about you, dude?
No, it's for me, it's kind of like an Elden Ring. I'm probably going to watch a lot of content creators play the game, but I don't know what kind of time is going to be required and dedicated for me to play. And as is with my channel, I really need to make sure that my time is precious, right? So a lot of whether I buy the game is dependent on whether or not it does fall into that 20-minute gamer appeal. So, but next one on the list, if you're ready to move on, ready to move on there, Lion. Next one on the list is it's called Moonbreaker, and I'm actually really excited to show this one to the Lion. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pause this and bring forward another.
Never even heard of it, to be honest.
No.
So, yeah.
I heard about it briefly, and I'm sharing IGN's website here, but I heard about it briefly, and I knew that it was going to be showcased, but I didn't know too much about it. So I was really interested in just kind of seeing what they showcased. So it's a tabletop miniatures game, and I mean that's what it is. I mean, it's a tabletop. It's basically, I mean, it's fantasy tabletop spells, but I'm just gonna let them kind of explain it.
So
yeah,
do I get ratty, boys?
I don't. You get some pretty cool looking characters. They go into some.
I want my ratty boys. I want my ratty boys.
Let's go ahead and drop this one here if you're ready.
Yep.
On it.
The developers behind the hit Subnautica series have teamed up with best-selling fantasy author Brandon Sanderson to make a brand new tactical strategy game called Moonbreaker. Here to tell us about it is Charlie Cleveland, game director and co-founder of Unknown Worlds Entertainment. Welcome to the IGN Gamescom stage.
Thank you.
This game revealed at opening night live last night. One of the more interesting games, I think, at the show this year.
Thank you.
Very, very cool premise.
Weird? Were you going to say weird?
I mean, but weird in a good way.
Okay, good.
Weird in a good way. You know, it's like it's not a third-person, open world RPG game.
That's true. Yeah.
It's a tabletop miniatures tactics game.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
It's
Moonbreaker.
Yeah, if you come up with it's hard to pick the genre. It's basically a turn-based strategy game.
Okay.
But the high-level concept is we just wanted to bring tabletop miniatures to digital. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the magic of it. That includes painting. That includes the lore. That includes
heads up. I
just
am
the
not seeing
gameplay,
anything on
we're
disc.
actually, I think, basically the first of its kind. I mean, I've seen a lot of people.
Sure.
Yeah, they're trying to they make a little move into miniatures, they have a miniatures look with Hitman Go. There's a couple games here and there, but no one has actually taken tabletop miniatures, brought them to the modern age.
And you're leaning into it. These are miniatures. They're not like animated characters.
That's right. That's right.
they move around the board as the player would do that.
Yep.
And they're
although we don't have the hand.
Right, no hand.
We talked about it, but we never
You
did.
thought about that.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
looked kind of weird. But they're not animated. They are voiced though. Is that right?
They are voiced.
So there's full voice acting in the game.
And that's kind of that was a line that we had to figure out where we lived on. Like, we obviously didn't want articulated animation, but we do want voices. We do want basically video game sound effects where you can see the VFX. Like we tried the paused, completely still versions of that stuff, and it just never quite worked. So we're kind of walking the line carefully between video game and tabletop. Hopefully pretty successfully.
What's like the basic rules of the game? How does the game play?
Okay. So imagine basically you have Cinder, which is your magical resource, semi-magical resource, and you just gain Cinder every turn. Start with 1, then go to 2, 3, 4. It's kind of like Hearthstone.
The
Basically, it sounds like maybe some game has done that.
Yeah.
We actually tried so many different versions, and that was just like the best. So you use that Cinder to basically summon in your own units. You also use the Cinder to power various abilities on your units. So at any given time, you're basically trying to decide, do I use my current units at their full potential, or do I bring in new stuff for later? The units that you get to use in the match are randomly selected from a roster, which you build.
It looks
So
absolutely
it's not really
beautiful.
Like building a deck. You are building, it's like a lineup.
It does.
Or, it's a captain and 10 crew. But you really can't control what you start with. So a lot of tabletop miniatures.
It's got
games,
like
you start with
fantasy
everything on the
cyberpunk
table.
vibes.
It's kind of like this giant war of attrition. You just have
excuse me, fantasy
Braveheart
steampunk
style
is
or
what I
whatever, they
meant.
just crash into
Apologies.
each other. That is not the right pacing.
I'm
for
not a
us.
complete idiot.
We wanted
I
more
just-
of like a build-up pacing, more like
ADD.
StarCraft or an RTS. So it gets dramatic. You're always responding to various dynamic elements that are happening in the game. Not only the random units that you have, but there's so much to talk about. The ship assists, these are these ship powers that you don't add them to your roster. These are like powers that come from your orbiting ship that you rode in on. Those you choose from your sets of random buckets when you start the game. You're not always going to have the option of what you want to play with.
The ability to paint is just totally baller of a game like this. It takes army painting
This game is all
to a whole
about
new level,
responding
man.
to basically infinite options. You're never
Says
going
the
to know exactly what's in
40K
store.
addict.
But I could just keep talking about that, but I feel like I should let you ask the
I
question.
just think
now.
about other
There's lots
games
to
where
go
you
into.
have
How
the
many
ability
units do you
to
have on the field
paint
in
your
a game?
armies before you go in.
Maximum at a time is your captain
I mean-
and up to 6 crew.
Okay.
Some of your crew can actually build small constructs like bombs and things like that, but basically it's 7 total. We found that beyond that, and it's like way too many to control. And this game, even though it's turn-based, even though it's miniatures, it's actually very intense.
Sure.
You'll probably spend the first 30 seconds, 40 seconds of your turn staring intently at the table, trying to figure out what to do, and then you quickly make all the moves before the timer runs out. Because you have to position your units. Each unit blocks other units. So they block the movement. They lower accuracy if you fire through them. So if you want to protect your captain, which is the goal of the game is to kill the enemy captain. If you want to protect them, you might move another unit in front. But you want to make sure that you do the order right to make sure it's got this chess-like order thing. You got to do it just right, because if you block another unit who's going to take a shot first, you lower their accuracy. So you kind of have to plan every single detail. Which is it's a real brain burner, actually, in the best way, I think.
Sure. About how long are you finding
Sounds
games
like
last?
I'm
12
too
minutes
stupid
is
for
our
this.
recorded average. Thank you. I've worked extremely hard to get that time down. Like we've all suffered through our on the dev team hour-long games, 2-hour-long games. So I think we're pretty good on that. But we want to keep it accessible.
12-minute
Sure, it's gonna be fast.
game
We
times,
should talk about the
everybody.
painting.
Literally
Like everyone seems to love the
definition of
painting.
20-minute
that's
game.
that's something
Yeah.
that's really unique. Don't do a lot of painting of my characters or units in video games. So.
Yet.
Maybe this is going to be the.
This might be. Yeah, it's funny. We always knew that painting was kind of the special, one of the special sauces here. But I have a feeling I've on the dev team.
This
we've
is
seen some people
so
paint more than
cool.
play.
The
And
whole
I thought that was
painting
a
process
fluke,
is
'cause
just
maybe
awesome.
maybe the game's not good enough yet. The response we've seen at Gamescom is
Something
basically
that
everyone's
I would
freaking out
never
about
be
the
able to
painting.
do,
I really
like,
hope they forgot about the
IRL,
game too eventually once they get their hands on it. But
That's-
the painting,
yeah, it is pretty
It's
dope.
really special because
Yeah, well, I mean, it gives
during
people
lockdown, I
something
basically
that
got just
something that they may not
stressed
necessarily
like the
be
rest of us,
artistically
and I started to learn to draw. So I'm
capable
through my
of doing.
lockdown, I'm going to learn how to draw and paint. I'm going to do it every
And
day.
it gives someone the
And I'm
ability to
using
do it.
Procreate on the
I
iPad,
mean,
and I'm,
that's
doing it.
awesome for
And
the
I find
devs
myself
to
getting
do
really
that. And look at the
relaxed.
detail you
It's
can
just such
get
a
in,
blissful,
zooming in to
beautiful
paint
place
those
to
things
be.
that you've
just to
painted
zone
over
in, zone out
previously
on
to highlight.
visuals and not
I mean,
think about
that's
anything
you
else.
can even see where they
So we
missed
actually
doing
tried
a
to
spray right
incorporate
there.
that in our painting.
And the primer's
The
showing
goal of
through.
our painting is
See,
not-
I mean, that's
it's not
nuts.
simply just to customize your units. If we wanted that, we could add little paint buckets and selection layers, and I don't know, like we could like pre-paint everything, and you just choose the colors, and that's it. We're not doing that. Painting is the goal. Like painting, it's like an activity that you enjoy doing. We tried to make this as relaxing and peaceful as possible. We have emulated all proper, not all, but we've gotten inspiration from miniatures painting styles. You can paint a base coat. You can do a wash. You can do dry brushing. You can use decals. So these are methods that miniatures painters use, and we always want to make sure that it always feels analog. This is not meant to feel like a digital tool. And again, how we walked the line between video game and analog before for the gameplay, we did the same thing here. We do have an undo. That's about you have to have an undo.
Sure.
We actually tried making this without undo, and it just was it was too much of a loss. But almost everything else, we're really trying to lean into.
I could
the
lose
physical side,
hours
making
into
it feel as
this.
much like a physical
Yeah.
experience as possible.
I think people find a lot with when you're converting even physical board games into digital formats, there are pros and cons to each,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Neither is officially the best way to play that. And, being able to paint, being able to experiment with different paint styles, and then undo is also pretty nice too.
We would get lynched if they didn't have that in there.
So you've created a whole new universe. What do we need to know about this world and its lore and these characters?
So that's another big part of this game, and why we haven't really spoken about it for a long time. Years ago, we approached Brandon Sanderson. Somehow he said,
Brandon,
"Let's
really?
get interested." Yeah.
Fuck yes.
We basically wanted to build a world that was, I shouldn't say better, because it's just more modern, and for a miniatures game like something like Warhammer has this incredible lore. We wanted to come to the table with something as good, but actually something more modern. So we wanted to make our own world that was diverse, inclusive, optimistic. This is not grimdark. This is not. It's not a race war between the Eldar
Grimdark.
and, whoever
Nice,
else.
nice hit, man.
It's very like Guardians of the Galaxy kind of inspired, and they're basically captains with their crew. Usually a motley crew,
it's
like aliens,
Warhammer,
some
but
guy locked up in the corner. No one knows where they found him. He's just hitting the ride.
No,
Over here,
it's
someone else
it's
is,
just
running a mission for someone else secretly at the same time.
That's
It's
kind of
like
what I'm
it's
hearing.
kind of humorous
here.
and
it's more AOS
anyway, so we needed
Warhammer
Brandon
and
to
less
help us craft that
40K.
world. And Brandon worked. That guy's a machine. I don't even know. He just surprise launched all his special books on Kickstarter. I didn't even know he's working on them, even though we were talking a lot during the pandemic and during all this. So he's created this fantastic world.
In other words,
world.
I'm really
We've
pissed
built
that
basically
he didn't
years
tell
of
me he was
stories
working on
and
this
years
shit.
of characters.
He totally broke NDA by kickstarting all these books.
The first 3 chapters of the story will be unveiled in the first couple months, which I'll talk about in a moment. And we've basically planned, this almost like Canterbury Tales in space.
This guy's kind of like the.
Anyone even know that reference?
I'm old enough.
I'm old enough, so I know it. I read that in high school. Not gonna lie.
Not a bad
Canterbury
talker,
Tales in
but
space, where each captain, you're reading and hearing their story, and then you realize over time how interlinked they all are, and how they're all building towards various.
you can tell that he's passionate
So
about it, though.
the way
So
we're doing that
I'm
is
kind of
also
here
pretty
for that.
unique. We're actually telling all the stories through audio podcast.
Oh wow.
Which is really crazy, right?
Yeah.
We're basically
he's got a
acted
ton of
audio
energy
podcast
for
along
it,
with a
so-
game.
He's
we're actually
very
gonna be releasing
passionate,
that
but
on
like
Apple Podcasts and any place you would normally
checking
hear
out
podcasts for free.
plugging podcasts
It's
on
also
it.
part of the game.
I don't know
And
about
so
that.
What's really cool about that is you can listen to a podcast while you're painting.
That's
Long
actually
form,
perfect.
30 minutes.
It's like you thought of
I
everything.
mean, that's cool.
It makes it. I'm making it sound easy, but this was we decided
that
this
works
years
for
ago.
you.
I mean, look
We're
at him, man. He is so excited about this
Well, now
game.
it's finally going to be out there in
He
early
looks
access form.
super stoned,
Next
dude.
Yeah,
week.
right?
September 29th. Yep.
And
He
when it
looks like
launches,
me
for PC.
at
it's
like
gonna
8
be,
o'clock, like, fuck
PvP,
me.
PvE, and then
Yep.
a single player roguelike mode.
We do.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so it's like a roguelike mode where you fight a series of bosses, which are actually custom for that mode. And everything in this game is about a unique power. Every unit has, the captains have multiple powers, but all the crew just have one. The cargo run, we're calling it cargo run, those bosses have 2 powers, and they're just you look at them and you're like, this is so broken, how do I fight against this? But of course, you learn. Like everything else in the game, everything has a counter, and you just have to figure it out. You play a series of 5 matches. Those are randomly chosen from a big pool of bosses. It will get bigger over time. And during the game, you have some extra goodies that show up. Cargo drops around the map, and the game is all about unit positioning. So you have to get to the cargo, open it up, and whatever upgrade you find in there goes to the unit that picked it up. Or you can use units to manipulate it, push it towards you, or you can use a grappling hook to pull it towards you. We also have relics. It's very Slay the Spire-esque, so
cool.
they're kind of designed to go off the rails.
Yeah,
some really crazy stuff
about
happens.
Slay the
But
Spire.
it's okay, it's single player. I feel like that's where you're allowed to go crazy.
Yeah, it's for sure.
Yeah.
So you're launching an early access on
Yep.
PC with the emphasis on painting and everything. I'm sure you've thought about this. Could the game work on console?
Yes.
Sometime in the
I don't think
future?
we've formally decided it. We just want this game to go as wide as possible.
Sure.
We just haven't. We haven't actually decided that. We probably will do it if the game does well. I'm pretty sure we're going to go crazy.
Okay. Well, I hope you get the chance to go crazy.
I hope
with
so
it.
too.
Thank you so much for joining
thanks,
us. We're looking forward to hearing more about Moonbreaker. We've got lots more IGN Live at Gamescom 2022 on the way, so stick around.
That's it.
All right. Well, yeah. Got some gripes, but it looks pretty decent.
What are your overall thoughts?
Overall thoughts is that it looks all right.
Okay, yeah.
I'll just say all right because, I mean, they attacked my boy, D40K. No, it's not grimdark and it's not problematic. There's a reason that 40K is problematic, I don't know. It's gonna be a hard sell to get me into new lore, but that's only because I'm old as fuck. So it takes a lot to drag me into something.
Hi Elias, how are you? You're listening to my son is listening to me stream. So everybody say hi Elias.
Oh, it's my favorite nephew.
Yep. Hi daddy. He doesn't know that I can't hear him, but he can hear me. But that's okay. That's all right. He's my boy. He's my boy. That's my boy, everybody. That's my kid. That's Elias with his driving cap on. All right. Okay, so moving on, we have a title that I think Lion and I are extremely passionate about. It's a title that really kind of something that to say passion. I mean, we have both really. Oh, he says hi, Rob.
My nephew.
Oh man. So Darktide, Warhammer 40K Darktide. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop the top and let Lion he's a pressure cooker when it comes to 40K and anything 40K. So we've just kind of got to let him vent, and I don't mean in a bad way, but you got to let that charge just out every once in a while. So Lion, what are your thoughts?
So, I mean, where to even start? It looks great. Hive World is a fantastic setting for it. The fact that we got Dan Abbott here for Tertium and being hey, this is how we need to construct the world. Very, very excited because, not gonna lie, a huge Fat Shark fan. The obese, fish did a fantastic job with Vermintide 2, even though Skaven are my favorite fantasy race ever, but they're doing a fantastic job on making me just want to sit there and slaughter the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
So I have the utmost confidence for it. Period. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. So we have 4 characters that you can play as, and you basically you're all criminals. You're all deserters of some kind. Either you've had a loss of faith, you are deserters, you are insubordinate. There's some element, some degree of why you've been imprisoned by the Imperium, by the Astra Militarum, by the Imperium, I think, because I mean, there's no Space Marines, right? So there's no Astartes here. It's all Astra Militarum, right? So the Imperium has imprisoned you for something. There's 4 character classes to pick from. There's a veteran, who's an Imperial Guardsman. There is a zealot. There is a psyker, and there's also one of my favorite character classes of all time, an Ogryn. Character creation is pretty amazing and in depth, from selecting your home world to choosing what defined you as a character, as a person. You get to pick like a defining moment in your life, and there's going to be perks that are woven into all of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and play the exclusive gameplay, and we'll go back all back over it here as well. We aren't just going to watch it and then talk about it. We're going to watch it, and then we'll kind of pick out a few key moments maybe that we want to talk about as well. So ready to go, Lion?
Going. Go, baby.
All right.
Gonna have to reload on disc, my dude.
Yep, no problem. We're on it.
All right, we're kosher. We're kosher.
Beautiful.
All right, so the charge gives me Zealot vibes from B2. Love it.
And this is Zealot gameplay, by the way, for anyone who is wondering, anyone who's watching right now. You're watching Zealot gameplay. Here's your Ogryn.
Chain sword.
Yep.
I like this spicy shoddy already.
Yep. I like that reload too.
Oh, give me a drum mag on this motherfucker, dude.
I believe this is the Psyker.
Yep.
I just obviously, to me, it screams Psyker. Look at that, dude.
Yeah, that's... So, looks like exploding per Sienna. Almost a 1-for-1 for Sienna there. So each strike member can use different types of grenades. I'm here for that.
Look at those kills, man. I mean, we're talking one-shot kills, bro. One-shot kills.
That shoddy feels really, really good. How can you choose between this and a las gun? Holy shite.
And that's it for the gameplay.
Yep.
This rifle's pretty cool. I like this. They don't show any magazines or ammo counts or anything, but I have some good feedback that says the magazines anyway for this are pretty low, and they chew through ammo pretty pretty realistically, 20 or 30 round mag on full auto is just, it's gone in seconds. So if you aren't careful with your ammunition, I mean, this thing just eats ammo. So it's to me, I mean, it's a 1 day buy for me. I mean, this is a pre-order actually. So
honestly, for me as well. Not really sure about Fat Shark's ability for dedicated servers, but really hoping with like community testing and everything that they get their shit under wraps. But Fat Shark has been notorious for buggy launches.
okay.
I don't think that we're gonna get this with this because they, delayed Darktide
Sure.
almost 3 months. So, I think that they will get this right, but irrelevant. If they don't get it right, I don't care. It's still a day one buy, if not a pre-order for me, and I don't pre-order. But
fun little feature right here. Fun little feature I really, really like in this trailer is she's engaging. This zealot is engaging with her rifle. When she gets hit by someone, her rifle bucks to the left in a way that someone who is shooting, who gets hit by something, might maybe still have the trigger being held down. And seeing how the rifle continues to fire, boom, she gets hit, and it's like firing off to the side. Like that small detail really makes me love this game, because I mean, I've never been shot in the chest by a cultist or some chaos minion, but it feels like a very real aspect. I mean, you see people who have shotguns who get chairs thrown at them in movies, right? And the minute the chair hits them, their shotgun goes in the air and they fire around into the ceiling. That's exactly what's happening here. I mean, this is absolutely awesome. She gets hit by something and the rifle, I mean, she loses a couple rounds because of it. I don't know, just a fun little feature for me to see that. I mean, this game just looks amazing. And how easily you can be overwhelmed. You think about playing Vermintide and, oh, well, if I had a gun, I wouldn't be in this predicament that I'm in. Well, you might. I mean, this is living proof that the weapon doesn't define the combat, and the combat can still get out of control. I mean, she's backing away from that guy right now because I can't wait. Any other thoughts on this one there, Lion?
only that my dick can only get so erect,
Jesus. Yeah.
Fuck. I think that this is gonna be the best 40K game that we're gonna have.
It's going to be the best 40K game that's been released in a while. And
outside of 2012 with Space Marine, yeah.
Yeah, well, so I guess anyone who's listening now, I mean, we are going to be doing a giveaway of this game. So, Darktide is going to have a pre-order giveaway for anyone who's interested. We're going to have a 3-tier progress. I'm expecting this 3-tier process to it. So there's going to be 3 winners. So even if you get 3rd place, you're still guaranteed a copy of Darktide. This channel is gonna just do that for the supporters of the channel. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to add. This is a game that Lion and I have both been tracking. I mean, look at those. I mean, just one-shot kills, man. Absolutely amazing. The gunplay is going to be awesome. Watching the shotgun load is awesome too. I mean, they've done a great job with the game. So. I'm really excited for it, and I'm really excited to be able to offer the community a copy of this game too, because it's super excited. Last but not least is Aliens Fireteam Elite Pathogen. This is the last trailer for the game before it's actually out for its release. Pathogen is being released on the 30th of August. We have selected 3 winners of the game. I have gotten a hold of 2 of those winners, and I have not been able to reach the 3rd. Now, the 3rd winner does have until the day of launch, the 30th of August. After the 30th of August, I will be doing another random. Actually, we're going to do it on the 29th. So the winner has until the 29th, and then on the 29th, we're going to go ahead and do another. We're going to do another randomizer, and I'm going to pick a different winner. Unfortunately, giveaways shouldn't be an exploding offer. Usually when someone does jump in and want part of the giveaway, they are watching the channels. But I've done another video as well, kind of saying who won also, and I haven't gotten anything back. So anyway, let's jump into the Pathogen DLC. Lion, you ready?
Hoorah.
Let's do it.
That looks like a P90. Ooh,
Yo,
let's go.
right.
Ooh. Yes. Was that a Predator cannon?
Oh yeah.
Is that a plasma? Predator cannon on the fucking shoulder.
Maybe. Look at that sucker, man.
So short, but so hard.
Yeah. All right. So let's go back. Just because it's only 1 minute, right? The trailer is only 1 minute. So let's really kind of jump into it here real quick and see. New environment. The dropship's landed, right? So the dropship is actually down on the ground. Could this be a game mode? Could this be part of the new missions? I don't know. But pretty awesome. So looks like we have Vasquez's headband. We have, I think that's a Demolisher. So I don't think it's a Predator, at least not right here. So we have the Incinerator, which we have already. And then we have an M56 smart gun. And I think what I really like in this one is the emblem on the side. I don't think we have an outfit that actually has like a Spartan helmet on the side of it. If I'm wrong, let me know. But maybe we have the ability now to put patches or update our uniforms in that way. Also, this outfit looks unique. The Marine on the right side, they look like they're wearing more of a class. They look like they're wearing Vasquez's outfit. Looks like they're wearing a red headband. They have like a sleeveless shirt on. They're wearing the Urban Patrol camouflage. It looks like they're wearing a classic Vasquez outfit. So I wonder if Vasquez's outfit is going to be some part of the DLC. Yeah, they totally get smoked there too. They ate a big old bag of dick hammers. Trying to play this slowly for y'all too, so sorry if the noise is bugging you. I apologize. So yeah, I mean, Sarah. I bet they're named after Sarah Connor. You think?
She's got to be blonde.
Yeah. I don't really see anything on that. Technician, Doc, Demolisher. All right, the 6A Jaipur submachine gun.
P90.
Let's talk about it, baby. This thing looks awesome. Fire rate, mag capacity isn't too shabby. 5% stability, accuracy, and handling, so you get a little bit of a bump in all categories. And this is interesting.
Have no muzzles, no scopes, nothing on that. That thing's gonna be fucking baller.
This is interesting too. 2.5% fire rate for every pellet that hits. What do they mean by pellet?
So anything that you hit an enemy with, it's gonna fucking stack the fire rate.
But
Holy
why do they say
shit.
pellet instead of round, instead of bullet? I don't know.
Probably,
Interesting.
It's probably a CBQ.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a CQW. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this thing looks amazing.
I mean, it's a P90. There's no way.
Yeah.
The only thing that's differentiated is that the mag is on the bottom instead of the top.
Small muzzle. Lancer perks. Okay. Lock in. That's a Doc. So that's a Lancer and a Demolisher, it looks like.
Liners, makes sense.
And this is the weapon that I saw that I noticed in the this is the weapon that I noticed in the picture. I had a picture that I posted in one of my more recent videos, and it's a hand cannon. So that tells me this thing is definitely going to be more of a shotgun than it is. I mean, it literally looks like the bottom half of an original M41 pulse rifle. So I wonder what kind of rounds it's going to fire. I mean, look at the hole. Look at the muzzle on that thing.
That's shoddy. It's pump action. Look at it.
Yeah. So is it showcased? I don't think it's showcased.
I don't think so either.
I think this from the muzzle flash makes this look like it's a
machine gun.
Yeah, the submachine gun. The Jaipur.
Yep.
And the uniform also with the armor and the Flecktarn style camouflage. It looks like it's more of a classic Colonial Marines look as well. Dude, this thing looks amazing. This submachine gun looks absolutely awesome.
I agree.
All right, so this is the 2 Bravo 1 Vajra, and it's a launcher. Oh my gosh.
Is it like the fucking Mark 19? Like, it kind of looks like it's gonna do that.
Yeah, it's like a big old fat charging handle, box magazine.
It's gotta be a Mark 19.
There's the smart gun. I mean, they have to showcase it, I think.
Oh, look at that thing.
I wonder, is that
the launcher? It's gotta be a Mark 19, dude.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Dude, this part's gonna be so hard. I don't even know. I don't even know what to think about that thing. But it looks like everyone's gonna get their wish for wanting to fight a queen or some kind of queen. What are your thoughts, Lion?
It looks really good. I'm definitely, I mean, I will argue it to fucking high hell. I'm not a fan of pred aliens, which I think that's kind of what Pathogen is leaning towards. But I'm also a huge Predator fanboy. Like, I will argue. Like, let's go. Read all the Steve Perry books. Let's argue.
Yeah.
Come into the comments. Come into the Discord. Like, if you want to discuss this Yacha stuff, like I'm down dirty for that. So let's go. It looks good. But I'm also very jaded because I don't like pred aliens, and I don't think that would ever happen. But you and I have discussed this before. You and I have argued it before, so.
Well, I don't think these are pred aliens, though. I think they are. Yeah, I mean they look like they're just neomorphs, similar to the aliens that were in Covenant. I mean they have some mandibles down there, but they look more like neomorphs and not necessarily pred aliens. So as far as the lore goes, I don't think necessarily they've breached that fan base or abused that fan base yet anyway. I mean, it does. Yeah, I mean, this.
Don't abuse my boys, and I'm fine.
Yes, I know you absolutely love your predators.
That was my first tattoo at 18.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is obviously a first day buy for me. I already have the expansion on wish list. I currently have not seen it expose itself for purchase. So, but the minute that it purchases, the minute that it is available for purchase, I have a few copies that I'll be buying, one for myself, and then two of for now anyway, two for other people who have who won our giveaway. So, but yeah. That's all we wanted to bring to you today. Anything else on your mind, Lion? While we've got the masses here.
I can't say that I've got anything else that's tickled my fancies. There was no God of War shit, so like my desk has been flipped.
Fair enough.
I understand why Santa Monica didn't do it, so it's fine. It's fine. I'm cool. I'm fine.
I'm hearing that you're fine.
I am. I'm okay. I'm really okay about not getting more God of War shit, but I'm really okay. I love you, Santa Monica. Please make it good.
I don't have anything else either. I do appreciate everyone for joining us on this one today. I have a couple of games on my docket that I am aiming to dig into. I did stream Midnight Fight Express. Unfortunately, my stream was just too choppy, so I took it down. I will be going back over all of the first missions in a regular video, and we'll be just doing it that way. It's going to be Midnight Fight Express Redux. So as far as that goes, and then on Sunday, Lion and I have a standing appointment every Sunday at about 3 p.m. Central Standard Time for Aliens Fireteam Elite content. Well, at least my schedule I've arranged so that I always have time at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I can't speak for him. He's his own person. And yeah. Anyway, I've got nothing else for all of you. Lion, do you have any last thoughts?
Hey, everybody, come join the Discord, have a couple drinks with us, sit back, kick back, have a good time. So,
Yeah.
everybody that watched the stream tonight, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. Appreciate the time. If you want to engage, please join the Discord. Please subscribe, like, all that show bullshit. Like, oh, like us. Please, we need the validation.
Well, I mean,
Please give me the validation. I need the validation.
I mean, I kind of like the validation. I mean, it is. I mean, I gotta agree with some. I do kind of like that part. That is kind of nice. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Just please validate us. Like, we want the love, please.
I love love. What are you talking about?
Yeah, love is great. Love is great. Like I'll give you a reach round. Like, come on.
Well, I don't want that. No, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But hey, seriously, everybody, thank you. Have a fantastic rest of your night, and catch us on the next video.
Yeah, I do appreciate everybody who joins the streams, comments, subscribes. Also, remember tomorrow we have our opening day, day one stream of F1 Manager 22, starting at noon Central Standard Time. So I will be jumping into that, and
Gonna be Italian as fuck.
Yo, I unfortunately I haven't been able to reach the winner of the game, and so I had to pick a new one, a new winner. I tried quite a bit of time to reach the person, and I wasn't able to get a hold of them. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, as it is, I did reach out to a new winner, and I'm also looking for someone to pick what team I'm gonna drive. Lion, I don't know what team I'm driving as tomorrow. Like, I have no clue.
Sounds like we need to have the community decide.
We do. Well, the winner of the giveaway was supposed to identify who I was playing as. Unfortunately, with them not responding.
Don't make me decide, guys. Like, I know fucking nothing about F1.
This is true.
If you make me decide, I'm just gonna tell Nick a fucking random country. And I'll be like, you're playing now.
Well, it doesn't work that way. I mean,
it might.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind
like,
of, yeah.
Rob knows fucking nothing about this. He's gonna just put me on the most shit fucking team.
Yeah, no, I mean, so we have a couple of teams that we can pick, but I mean, it's Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes are out. So we have Alpine, McLaren, Alfa Romeo, Haas.
McLaren, no fucking joke. McLaren, go.
Why McLaren? Just because you know McLaren?
Well, not only do I just know McLaren, but like McLaren's always been like my dream car, like the M7. So, but I am out, guys.
Yeah.
Everybody have a fantastic night, and we'll engage later.
All right. We'll see you later. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We'll see you on the next one. Nick out.